The warrior who drank his son's blood. In the heart of the old Oyo kingdom, there lived a warrior feared across many lands. His name was Ogunmola, and at 40 years of age, his name was already carved in the whispers of villages, for he had conquered kingdoms, enslaved rulers, and bent chiefs to his will. Men bowed at his sight, and women hid their children when he rode past. His house was filled with spoils of war, wives of conquered men, and slaves who trembled at his voice. But Ogunmola's hunger for power was never satisfied. One day he heard of a town, Ajaka, a town whispered about in dread. No warrior had ever conquered it, and no soldier had ever returned alive. Its shrines were protected by witches and its walls guarded by spirits. They said Ajaka was the grave of men who hungered for glory, yet Ogunmola swore he would be the first to break it. In his desperation, he turned not to the gods of his fathers, but to the forbidden ones, witches of the night and dark Yoruba spirits. At midnight under the silk cotton tree, he stood before women with white chalk faces and beings whose eyes glowed red like coal. And they told him, "To conquer Ajaka, you must drink the blood of an innocent child, not just any child, but your own firstborn son." At dawn, Ogunmola returned to his compound. His wife, Aduki, had just given birth. Her eyes glowed with love as she cradled their first son. But Ogunmola's shadow fell across her joy. When she refused his demand, he raised his cutlass to her chest. Terrified, she wept and begged him not to commit such abomination. But Ogunmola, blinded by greed for power, snatched the baby from her arms. Before the shrine of the witches, Ogunmola raised his child. The baby wailed, and Aduke's cries echoed, but his heart was stone. With one merciless strike, he severed the head of his own son, catching the blood in a calabash. He drank deep, his mouth stained with the blood of his firstborn. The witches laughed, their voices shaking the earth, and that night, Ogunmola marched on Ajaka with his army. He fought, he conquered, he burned Ajaka to the ground. But from that night, a curse fell upon him. His house became barren, his wives never conceived again. And though his sword brought kingdoms down, his name was never sung in glory, only in whispers of fear and disgust. Villagers said he drank his own son's